Uwe Boll. Why he makes the worst movies of all time, but blah blah. Yeah, we're gonna look at this. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. I've never heard this name. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. And here we go. I have never heard this name in my little life. So I guess we'll go. I guess we'll go in.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And have you ever stumbled upon a movie that was so bad that you wondered why anybody would make it?
Shit, here they come!
What the fuck is this? What am I looking at? Okay, that looks horrible. Like, that was horrible. That looks horrible, okay.
Well, even though they're
What the fuck is that? Who made this? Like, I know who made this, but like, that's horrible. That's not just like bad in the sense of like bad story. That's just bad in the sense of it looks horrible.
usually the result of passionate but inexperienced individuals, there's one guy who has made a name for himself by turning the production of these trash films into his business.
And instead of playing golf or whatever, fucking some hookers.
This man who's dressed like the owner of a Persia nightclub is Uwe Boll. He's a
This is he is German! No! Fuck you all. 1.8 million views. No, he's German! He's German?
German movie producer and director who's pretty well known for being kind of a jerk.
No! What the fuck are you doing?
Why you're not naked? You're on set.
And he makes these bad films that are almost universally hated, but at one point in time he was regularly pushing out multiple movies a year with other people putting money behind him. But why would anybody invest in a man who has thrown out movie scripts because they didn't have enough car chases? Well, in this video,
False ideas from the script citing reasons such as having not enough car chases. What the fuck are we doing? What is this? Huh?
I'll reveal the dirty tricks behind one of the most controversial directors of all time. While Uwe Boll's films are absolute garbage, the only thing that's even worse than his movies has got to be the man's ego.
And you have to see me what I am. I'm the only genius in the whole fucking business.
Now, even though he doesn't care if his movies do terribly at the box office, which I'll get into in just a minute, he still for some reason can't take criticism for his films.
Yeah, I'm kind of not surprised. I mean, these movies. Maybe I have heard the name Uwe Boll at one point. I have heard his name at one point. This guy is and maybe I've heard this name before. Because it sounds familiar.
Films. Like in 2006, after getting a bunch of bad ratings and reviewers said things like,
What do you think about Dr. Boll's work?
Most of his movies suck.
This is unwatchable.
It's unwatchable. It's trash. It sucks. I'm not surprised.
Trash, Uwe.
he challenged them to a boxing night where they would all fight against him. While most of them thought of this as a friendly joke, Uwe actually spent 3 months preparing ahead of time to really beat the crap out of the people that
You are telling me this man So you're telling me this man took it so seriously. My boy actively trained so he could fight. So he could like he actively trained to fight. I've only seen The House of the Dead by him. It was so bad I got depressed. This was 2023. Bro got set put needed to almost be put in the mental hospital. That's crazy. By the way, before anybody asks, no stream on Saturday on the 25th. No stream on the 25th. I think that's a Saturday. Because I'll be celebrating a birthday. Yep, that is a Saturday. Anyways, back to it.
gave unfavorable reviews.
If you come up here and you fight me, then I will kick the shit out of you.
And the entire night, critics would step into the ring and would get
So he actually he's a man of his word. I'm gonna guess he is a man of his word, and he actually beat the shit out of him.
absolutely obliterated by Uwe. And he kept winning against every single guy. 4 against 1, one guy after the other, like they're on a conveyor belt. And he even beat up one of these guys so bad that he later started puking all over the parking lot. Yeah, just a guy who was doing his job as a film reviewer, and Uwe just gets him. So I want you
Bro was like, you criticize my movie? Real fucking shit. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you. I'm gonna make sure you never walk again. I'm gonna make sure that you're gonna get your fucking ass beat.
to remember this in case you ever think that anyone is saying something a little too mean about him. So even after being awarded the Stinker's Bad Movie Award twice, he still went on to produce more than 20 movies. But why on earth is this? It's because the movie's ratings and success are completely irrelevant to Uwe. And don't even take that from me. Here's Uwe Boll himself explaining it in, for some reason, the director's commentary for Alone in the Dark.
The reason I'm able to do this kind of movies is I have a tax shelter fund in Germany. And if you invest in a movie in Germany, you get 50% back from the government.
So he basically abused the German tax code for tax avoidance purposes. Now I am going to explain this, but I'm going to keep it short because taxes and legal details are boring as hell, and also I'm not an expert. But basically in Germany...
And it's Germany and it's horrible. This man gives Germany a good name. He's interesting. I mean... He was training ahead of time just to beat the shit out of his critics. Name a director that does this.
It used to be that if you invested money into a movie, that money would not be taxed, and pretty much all fees would be waived as well. The only tax paid would be on the movie's profits. But with Uwe making movies with a $3 million budget that would get a total box office of $1,500...
No fucking way. No fucking... What the fuck? What the fuck? Five theaters. Distributed Boll films. Runtime 1 hour and 32 minutes. $1,500. That's crazy.
That didn't really happen. And as Uwe said, you could get 50% of the money back from the German government. So that way, if you invested in his movies, you were already safe in some way, and it only needed to make a smaller portion of its budget back for it to be profitable for you. So who cares if it performs terribly? As long as a small portion of the budget, or even none of it, is made back, you still lost less money than you would paying taxes. And that way, he always had a reason for other people to put money into it.
I have enough money to play golf till I'm dead.
This is also the reason why he makes terrible films. Even if he puts no effort into it and the movie bombs, he still benefits financially. Some of the other methods he used for tricking people to see his movies are making video game adaptations, because he knows that if he makes a movie called Far Cry, some kid who played the game will be...
No fucking way. No fucking way that's a thing. No, with Til Schweiger. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. No fucking way that's real, dude. Now that is crazy. Okay. Wow.
Be like, oh hey, that game was pretty cool. Let me rent this film. But probably the most brazen trick he's used to date has got to be renaming an entire movie. Back in 2013, he released a movie called Apocalypse Z. But if you started watching it, you would notice that, hey wait, that's a completely different title. That's because during that time, World War Z was about to come out, and Uwe quickly changed the title of his film, hoping that some people would accidentally buy the wrong movie. And if you're thinking, this has got to be this...
This gotta be bait. There's no way. This has to be bait. There's no way. Okay, I have known who he was for a long time. I used to watch reviews of bad movies before I even started to watch movies. The only thing I want to watch more of his, unless with Coco's. Bro is insane. Bro is literally him. He just is. Never mind, I've watched World War Z. But yeah, his is zombie apocalypse, which is very interesting.
Saddest scheme you've ever heard of? Well, you're right. But luckily, his golden goose, the tax laws that made his movies possible, have since changed, which is why his movie production business has slowed down a bit. But that's not the end of the story, because this is where his Kickstarter insanity started.
You're easier giving $600,000 if you make a movie about some retarded wizard in the forest, or for another...
Huh? Wait, what do you mean? A retarded wizard. Shut up, it's a decent movie. It was fun. He's a retarded wizard in the forest. Wonderful. I love his German accent already. It's peak. Absolute cinema.
Whatever Marvel Avengers bullshit dirt.
So Uwe didn't give up and tried to finance the movie with numerous crowdfunding websites like Kickstarter and Indiegogo. The movie he was trying to make was a sequel to one of his earlier films called Rampage, which looked pretty terrible, by the way. In it, a regular man living in a small town snaps and goes on a killing spree. The idea probably came to him in a dream after he was up all night reading the reviews to one of his movies. But after multiple campaigns completely failed, he made a video calmly explaining the situation.
And basically my message is, fuck yourself, because that is so fucking absurd what retarded amateur idiots collecting money on.
He really thinks he is him. He really thinks he is him. Look, you sound like that. No, I do not sound like that. What are you on about? I'm not. No. Shut up. Shut up.
On that absurd website, you know?
I wonder why the movie didn't get financed. Maybe because it looks like shit. Or maybe because there was a petition for him to finally stop and retire, which got over.
Now that I see him with hair. Now that I see it with hair, him with hair. I have seen this man 100%.
100,000 signatures.
It looks like nobody gives a shit about Rampage 3, so maybe I shouldn't do it then. And it's all fucking bullshit. I will never do it in my life again. For me, crowdfunding is absolutely dead.
And look, if there was a good movie he made, I'd tell you about it. But the truth is that he doesn't make films because he likes creating art. He makes them for his own selfish ends. This is why he very commonly completely misjudges his budget. He tries to make movies on what's considered a micro budget, which is fine if you're trying to make not special effects heavy movies like horror films or comedies. But Uwe insists on doing the exact opposite and makes epic zombie apocalypse movies on a small budget where the expected huge hordes of zombies just end up looking like this. And one of the assistant directors,
They just looked like random people. He just looked like they just looked like random people.
on the set of Rampage President Down, said that the budget on this set was nothing. $20 for a lick of paint? It's a $20 set. Oh, and by the way, he made a bid to buy the rights to the Warcraft movie so that he could be the director for the film. And Blizzard told him, "We will not sell the rights to you, especially not to you."
Bro really said nah, bro. Bro really said nah.
So I guess the moral of the story is that if you rely on short-sighted thinking and only benefiting yourself, in the end your career will be very short-lived. So in a nutshell, Uwe Boll made bad movies to exploit certain tax policies, beats up the critics that give reasonable reviews, has a questionable approach to directing, producing, and screenwriting, and then sues the production companies when things go sour.
He sounds very based, honestly. Hey, whoever, if you abuse the German tax system, I don't condone it, but more power to you.
This guy is so absolutely batshit nuts, but you know what? At least he still made a name for himself, and that's still more than most of us, including myself, can say for ourselves. And if you watch his movies the same way that you would watch The Room or, God forbid, Birdemic, you could probably still have a good time. Anyways, what do you guys think about Uwe Boll's movies?
He is interesting. He's a very interesting and an odd man. And he is bald and he is German, but he is kind of based for literally training, right? And beating up his critics, like literally preparing just to whoop their ass. And, right? No lies here, right? He is interesting. Anyways, I think I should do the same, beat up my critics.